entire map of Inferno.
He took it all the way home right there. So many different multi-kills. He had a couple big clutches as well. He completely decided a couple of those rounds that actually enabled them to take the lead there for a short bit of time in regulation. Talked about his performance in overtime. Wasn't really required there all that often. He was actually the one who finished off the map. It denied Snakes that 1v3 potential, but yeah, we might need to see that same performance out of him here. Different battlefield. We'll see if he can continue to carry that forward, because there's a lot of other factors here affecting Vendetta, and I wonder if that's going to be possible. Going to be starting things off on that CT side, so one rock and armor here. Meanwhile, a lot of utility invested in for Strife, pulling up towards underpass. This is an interesting setup here.
Ooh, but Molly out towards mid. You know, I would say unfortunate on his part that he didn't get the kill. But you get okay, then he just turns into a quick double kill. Never mind me. In the meantime, shot falls on towards the A site, so the bomb gets out from Tetris. And they're sneaking around these smokes, but Joel's is gonna pop another. And Silas right behind for the knife. Instead, it's couldn't deny the plant. A 1v2 now for Calix. He's in towards spawn though. It's a very unexpected position. They're acting like they know where he is though. Or maybe they don't. But now he does reveal his position. He swings out and gets the kill into Jaquinho. And
No
Silas could not connect it. No kit. You're right about that, Cole. So Silas, is he going for the full stick? He gets off of it. For the swing, for the kill, for the round, but Calix has got it. Had a very tough map number 1, but starts this one off with a bang.
That's so huge for his team right there. That's so huge for his confidence as well. Like you said, a bit of a tougher Inferno. It was actually the one off map that I think I've seen out of him this entire series so far. And last, actually, for that matter. He was playing very sharp versus Team 1 as well, but great clutch to open things up. Jaquinho trying his darndest, though. So he's just coming into this third map saying, hey, it's just a brand new day. The sun's rising here. He took a walk outside, and he's refreshed as he absolutely destroyed that pistol, but they're going for a force buy in response. Looking to do some damage in this one for sure.
Yep, standard old eggs to keep being lined up just to get the job done. The only thing that would unhinge this round is probably a stack or a tender pop-off. Dude, man has been having a night. I mean, an underhand flash, dive to the smoke, see what happens. Nothing. Calix good for it.
Oh boy.
But this ain't all said and done.
Straight through the smoke right there from Jaquinho. Maybe he had a little gap on it, looks like it, but still just as impressive. And reroute does become a whole lot more difficult in the post plant now, getting the job done, especially with the position. Deep CT control established from the CT side. Firebox as well. This is very good spots, but Calix waiting for his chance to strike now off of his teammate's contact.
Creeping out. Silently crossing the site. Doesn't matter. That is Calix. All right. We'll clean up a kill. Starting this map off 5-0. This is a different look from this player.
He's a brand new man. Coming into this one with a very strong start. That's probably right where you want him as well, right? This guy's I think a player that's been given the free reign. Stamina has not put a leash on him in some of these plays, right? We saw a couple of times. He's just willing to dive through the smoke on the T side of Inferno through a couple of those bracket smokes. So there's no question that this guy is a man that you would really like to be unleashed in the server, but also, you know, have the firepower to back it up. And 5-0 is a good start for him.
Right now, Calix has just walked out solo on towards the A site and cleared every single angle out. So this is going to call the rest of Strife right back in. So Calix kind of making his debut at this level. Again, I kind of want to see him make day 2 over here. It'd be super interesting if Jaquinho found a way to qualify for IEM Dallas. Wouldn't that be something? I think Consti would end up subbing in for the main team if they did happen to qualify.
It would be really cool. That'd be super impressive. So maybe he does get his qualification. I mean, I don't think that Vendetta are a team that's like super strict. Maybe they'll put him as an honorary coach, and he can still make the trip.
Let me see. Do Vendetta have a coach right now?
I don't know.
I don't believe so. They do not.
Yeah, there you
Currently.
go. Perfect.
Chiquinho
Worst comes
coach
to worst.
Chiquinho.
Chiquinho coaching in Dallas.
That sounds kind of offensive. Like saying that like, oh, he should be a coach instead.
I'm not saying like it's a firepower problem. I'm just saying you probably want your roster there. Get Consti a chance to play some international competition. Chiquinho's had his chance, right? So
Yeah.
get to represent the NA pride, and then Chiquinho could help him out with the strats there. And I guess same case for Calix, right? He can be the coach of their team if they need be. Once Aris can step back in. I think he's currently sick, so.
I see. I think Calix is... barring that previous map of Inferno where, yes, he was struggling, so far today, he's been quite impressive.
Yeah, super solid. I've had no complaints. I've been super impressed with what he's been able to deliver. Chiquinho with the good old-fashioned repeat right there. Feel like maybe he's on his Halzerk arc right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna need some ops.
Another Scandinavian offer joining the ranks here. We'll see what Chop has to offer. Calix, make that 7-0 as he continues charging through the site. Snakes with the entry. This is a deadly Strife right now.
It's a deadly Calix right now, man. Beautiful entry to that round. Very tricky right there. Catches him jumping up on the box. And that round, I mean, it's kind of decided by that kill, right? Because the Cat player has no support from there on out. I think the Cat player also caught off guard a little bit, just the same as player jumping on Van there. So it's just a decisive way to open up proceedings right there. And we talked about this one being a little bit quicker. We both anticipated this third map to be quicker in fashion. Even if there's more rounds played, it's just going to be a bit of a faster map. Still saves on this one. Vendetta wise enough to know their limits, but Strife coming in with some energy here.
Still guns retained though for Vendetta. Chiquinho still wielding the AWP. But as the game gets a bit faster, I might feel like it's a bit difficult for Chiquinho to find the impact he wants to. You know, he had to hit some of those thread shots at the beginning of the round.
That's hard.
Yeah, especially, I mean, low sleep, 150 ping. Yeah, tough.
It's hard to hit with good ping, right?
Yes.
That's like threading the needle right there. It's, I would say, near impossible. This is a much more, comfortable start here. Even still a risk with that sort of ping if he gets wide swung, but this is, I feel like it gives you more grace here. There's more room for error in an angle like this. So I like that he's still going proactive in these rounds.
Okay. Alex does not know what lies around the corner, and it's probably best he doesn't.
No question. Chop taking the position inside of the ladder room here. Could be very interesting. Smoke is tossed in towards window. Little late collapse towards middle. At least probing for that. And this time,
okay.
Snakes doesn't get the kill. Instead, it's with 60 on 1 HP. I think he might fall right into that HE. He's just avoided it.
Oh, with a molly. Oh!
Gosh.
This
He's still trying to fight.
This guy's a lunatic. Same time, Chop walks out. That's a great shot. Headshot. Finished off. And 60 gets another. On 1 HP.
You swinging.
I mean, that is... okay.
Hey, man.
That was... alright. It's getting late into the night. He's getting a little fed up here.
Yeah, Bobby... Or Stamina rather, he doesn't like mistakes. I don't know what sort of mistake was right there, but I have a feeling he's just saying, guys, I told you not to die. And apps.
Or peeking a little too early there, unable to be traded.
Right. So right there, it's like, hey, you, whoever this was, don't die in apps next time. That's what I'm imagining here out of Stamina. He's a direct speaker. He'll make sure that the problem is known, for sure.
Whether that's a good or bad thing, well, we'll have to find out. Stamina yet again on the AWP. Jaquinho holding his line. Oh, barrel spotted.
Silas, he's waiting for a flash? No. No. Don't know what he was waiting for, but he does peek out into his demise. Look at 60 taking a massive risk here, but punished. Perfectly timed, man. My God.
What else could you want? And even Tender arrives into connector. Calyx looking to make something happen out of A-Ram. And he does. What a shot on a 60. Puts it back into the 3v3. Makes things a bit awkward. Look what Snakes is up to. He's walking out onto the B site. Lurks on every angle, and Stamina has every option.
Alex. Oh, stuck around to go for that fight. And maybe could have tried his luck at diving out of this round here. In the meantime, Snakes has gotten a deep smoke off towards Cap, but he's fallen off of market. It's not enough to make them push through, though. They're a little bit too concerned at that. So 2v3 here. Op in Stamina's hands. You do start to wonder where he's going to go with it. They probably want a little bit more establishment of control here, but in the meantime, yeah, he's going to take that apartments angle here. Deep position, and Chop's going to be first on the chopping block.
Oh, the timing is not going to favor Stamina here. He's going to go down. Not that it mattered. Now Snakes getting wrapped up, but does go down. And that's going to be the defuse. Tender without a kit. It's a little close, but he has time. So
should be good.
Second round for Vendetta. Let Strife give themselves, chances even in these very, down player situations.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of been a trademark. They've always been able to fight back in those sort of runs, especially on their T sides. That's when they're man down or two even in some occasions, and they still show what they're made of. I guess in that round they did have the 4v5 advantage. Very short period of time before it was taken on back. Double out towards the middle here. Snakes. That
what?
Didn't get extinguished. Okay, finally. But it added a little bit of extra damage. That almost cost him his life. He's down to 3 HP, and he's dead to rights here.
Yeah, he's a goner. There's no surviving this.
Wow.
And Strife need to react, and quick. And they do. Looking to pop out, but Jaquinho, the ping is going to be a problem there. Can't hold the angles he's used to.
I feel like you have to stick out so wide right there to actually hold that angle to land the tripwire shot, right? That's the difference. And he doesn't want to risk going down. He would rather stay alive here. As Tinder, he got hit by an HE or nade or something, and that cost him his life here. 60 able to spire away, but the trade's back and forth here, and now we're in the equal 2v2.
Infinite playing around the triple box, but eats a grenade, but still hits the headshot. It's now a 1 versus 1. Silas knows where Stamina is, but what a play. What a play from Stamina. The timing, the swing could not have been better. And Strife will march away with that one. But Vendetta still have more to say.
That they do. A little bit more life here. Vendetta immediately calling in a timeout off the back of that little loss there. So, again, not really fielding a coach, but still instilling that discipline, knowing that they don't want to let things get too far out of the picture too early on here. There's a key detail for these guys. This timeout gets called here. I mean, they also have to figure out what exactly they want to do with the purchase here. Tinder could, I guess he could drop a FAMAS, but instead that's what Chop will buy into. Now that they got all their bases covered, it does become an all-important round for Vendetta to win if they want to keep a healthy scoreline here and not fall too far out of the picture.
Looking to aggress back out middle. Oh, Jaquinho can't hit the shot, man.
So hard.
It's really tough there for Joel's, or rather for Chiquina. It's just like the ping. It's starting to really come into play. Shots are tough to hit. And now punished.
Ooh.
They're gonna act
Mid-aggression, though.
Do they know? Oh, they're gonna swing both angles. What a jump up from Tender. Joel's goes down.
It's a quick jump up. Not a lot of time to react to that one, is there? They've left that A bomb site open here. Stamina looks to reclaim middle control here. He's taking a very slim angle. Given a shot, and he's so composed on the adjustment right there. That's very clean work done. He puts the favorite back in his standing, and all of that mid control that they just evacuated, that they just spent so hard trying to gather, it's kind of nullified there with that op shot alone.
Oh, 60 feeling the need to swing. Here we go. Almost the two-piece. If the spray was just a bit better, stamina would fall, but with the IGL having the AWP, might not be that big of an issue. Tender fires off a shot. Get past the angle. Planting, though, right in front of the bench player. And then readjusts his chop. It's infinite down. And in a 2v3, it's Vendetta who take it.
Last second call to just stack both players there. I mean, Chop never even had to surface until the bomb was finally getting planted right there. His Tender was doing such a good job of distracting and then starts to land some kills behind that distraction. And in return, an immediate timeout called by the boys over at Strife. This is their money shot. And like I said, Vendetta, they win the all-important round right there, especially when they were down 2v3. That's so key.
Timeout rolls out from Strife. We're gonna get a bit of a bloodbath here. There's enough Strife. They're gonna be down to the eco. Vendetta get to creep back up in rounds. I mean, despite all the things playing against Vendetta right now, not having your star off, Chiquino just having some real trouble being able to connect. Still able to surpass all that. Chiquino to be tested. Holding from CT spawn. And he will nail this shot. For the rest,
There you go.
it should be simple. Hey, Chiquino gets to wrap things up. Now, he does receive a deagle headshot for his troubles, but a 3K on the round, he's not all bad. Op scooped up. Nope.
Be able to retrieve that back right into his hands there. And even if the ping is costing him a lot of these opening duels that he's honestly setting himself up nicely for, there's rounds like that where you can just build some confidence off of. I do appreciate that they are really trusting that, you know, he can continue to op here for them. They've seen a couple of those rounds that he's delivered, so they're trusting that they'll come out once again. That molly didn't fully land here.
Look at this.
Towards the top of mid, but they've got a double up inside and one more pushing towards apps. They've called it clear. So a world of information coupled with a potential to flank.
They can't react fast enough, though. If Strife come out within the next 5 seconds or so, Chiquino's going to have some problems. Strife taking their sweet time about things, and there they go. They pop out Palace. Chiquino and Chop unawares. 60 trying to make things work, and he gets a double kill somehow from that jungle position. Thinking about the plant. A bit claustrophobic here on the site. Both players are going to get the default. Crossing in the open is infinite. Smoke onto the flames as somehow he gets into spawn. A wild 2v3 ensues. Players not good on the site. Snakes, though, around the corner. 60 gets a 4K. Vendetta tie it up.
Taking everyone down right there. That is sick stuff from 60. Gave him so many fights, and I feel like Strife targeting that A bomb site for the sole purpose of catching Chiquino in that spawn position, right? I mean, the Palace pop like that with maybe a flash, I think, at best. I mean, I don't know exactly what they had because we were zoned in towards middle, but it looked like they didn't have much utility to back that one up, so It looked like they were just specifically targeting that A bomb site to catch him off guard, to catch him holding an angle, and they were able to best him. But the mistake there is it's just taken right back from 60 there. The amount of space that he was able to hold on to in his jungle position is so valuable. But again, back towards A quickly. This time there's much more in defense here, and they're starting to chew on through him.
Yep, there we go. It's a flawless one out of Vendetta. Wind in their sails right now. They boost themselves up to 6. Now Strife, sure, they have a purchase. It's not a great one, though. Vendetta with the CT side.
That they can. And it's starting to seem like that's more and more likely here. Strife have come through with a lot of good starts here, but it seems like adaptations here, proactivity constantly coming through from Vendetta. I really like what I'm seeing out of them. Again, a different variation on the setup. Chiquinho back in towards Palace. Ready to disjoint this aggression. Are they prepared for it?
Oh no! The ping, man! You just can't handle it! Look, how can Tender do here? Silas is also on the site. 60s come back in rotation, and Silas lasers down another! To be freebies under Chiquinho, but the rest of the squad erases them.
Immediately decided right there. It started off so well, but they have so many more resources right there. You saw how much players they stacked over towards 8 early on, and despite that opening pick, I think it just enticed Strife further, right? They find the opening kill, but they wouldn't anticipate 3 more so close in rotation right there. But that's exactly what they walked into. A trap right there from Vendetta.
All right, we're gonna see another fast-paced play. Strife have had enough. They're just gonna hit the gas, swing on through, see what works. It's a trade on the 60. Chop blinded up, getting ran down, but Joel can't connect the instant headshot. Infinite spotted out. Chop still wrapping the site. Chop still battling in such a messy duel, but the anchor keeps going. Calyx somehow got himself into market, but it's not gonna matter. As Stamina's gonna get blasted. 8-5. Vendetta, they're creeping away. They're looking for a great half here. They want to get this night done.
Things shaping up very nicely. That was a 0-4 start for Strife, and I was anticipating that they would be able to take a streak of things here. Now they're trying to slow things down, discuss things. Now they're feeling the pressure, the heat from Vendetta. The firepower's arrived here. Tinder keeping his pace from last map, if not extending it even further. He's still holding on to that 180 dart. I'll round it up for him. Round it up by 50, of course. So everyone on his team at 100.
I round up by, yeah.
I'm generous.
Everyone has 180 R in my heart. I just realized rounding up to the nearest 100 doesn't really make sense, because if you have less than 50, then you go to 0. So,
oof.
Well, that's essentially what it is. Boom, roasted. Yeah, if you have 50 ADR, it's better off to have 0. Chiquinho out in the middle of the open, no good.
Like the play though, like the ambition. I don't think anticipated Strife to run out that quickly though. And well, when he's gotten taken down early, it hasn't been the end of the world for them. They've been able to figure out ways back into the round thereafter, but this time they're losing even more numbers and more HP. As Infinite strikes for another kill. Infinite a third here. He's looking to take matters into his own hands, and everyone has fallen to the hands of Infinite, and 1 kill on top from Calyx there that round. Dude. Over, and it's fresh off the back of a timeout.
We're getting back to the of a slugfest antics. We're going to the mid executes now. 5 players out mid for both teams. Now this, folks, is North American Counter-Strike.
See, that's directly picked off right there from 60. That's a call that they used to go for all the time on Nouns. If they're doing heavy mid defaults here, well, then send 5 at the problem. Take advantage of the fact that you know where they're going to be at the start of the round right there on that CT side. Well,
oh my
Infinite.
god,
he's coming with vengeance here,
dude. They've had enough. They're just running it, gunning it. They're tired of these slow defaults every round. They got something to wake up for tomorrow. I think Tender the same, because he just walks right into Calyx. These rounds lightning fast. You know, Cole, this is the play-by-play commentator's dream.
It's wild. Electric here, Infinite has awoken. And they're going to molly under balcony as well, so Jaquinho, we'll see if he's sharp on the ping there. He's sharp on the shot initially, but he needs a whole lot more than just one.
All right, let's see what you got. The ping may be high. Can the frags be better? No! He misses the shot. Can't readjust. And 6C locked out of the round. This is going to be the finishing touch to this half. It's 8-7. A 60 will go down. We have a bloodbath of a game. Teams non-stop. They don't let off the gas. It's two trains hurting, landing at each other, and they're neck and neck right now. 8-7. We'll see you guys after a short one. Well, we got a 1 a.m. barn burner for you. Vendetta and Strife. These last couple rounds, they have just not let up. No slow defaults. The rounds haven't even gotten to the minute mark. The bomb hasn't been planted, or if it has been, there's only one man surviving. Yeah, we're getting a hell of it. I'm fine. Jordan McCole, Extra McHenry. Let's get this one underway. A B stack is in order here for Strife to face off against the B rush. But does that even matter? Vendetta don't care. Plants to be going through soon, and Strife to attempt a retake.
Bomb has been planted.
Things going so well despite the stack. That's incredible here, but they're already trying to pull this retake off. They're already out of market. This could be interesting here, but jumping off the trash can to get dinked down should be taken out unless Stamina has anything to say about it. He's found the first, but he needs 2 more.
All right. He has the dualies. It's a weapon for the job. Wrapping the sight. Silas dead. All right. 1 more, but no kit. So you got to stick the full thing. And he's been spotted. 60's just going to toy with his food here. and just run away. Fake on the defuse. And no one's home. Take your kill reward. Who's going to get it? 60 will. An extra smoke for your troubles there, 60. It's Vendetta with the pistol.
Nice work right there. Again, this Vendetta team can shoot their way out of any bad situation right there, and that was definitely a bad situation running into a B-side stack, especially with all the numbers. They get the job done. Vendetta able to close out that round. And now, of course, the force spy going to continue, and we saw some very fast-paced Strife rounds there towards the tail, and I'm anticipating that even quicker pace coming through from Vendetta. And look at that shot from 60. He's completely turned around. He had a really rough series versus Team 1, but today versus Strife, he's looking to eliminate.
Oh, but getting naded down. It's Strife's turn to just hunt this top mid player. In the meantime, they're saying, all right, you do that. We're just going to run out A. Plan to go through. CT control established. Do what you want. Calyx swings out. 5-7's good. Another shot on the chop. Calyx gets himself the rifle up next. The flash is immaculate. Ooh. Is on a triple kill.
They have to get on the bomb.
Yeah, the thing is, there's no kit. You're right, Cole. They gotta move quick, and they gotta beat Tender. And they just have stamina. He has time. The defuse is in. Calyx with 4.
And this is a Calyx that's a super stand-in right here, man. This is the guy that delivers so much. Such an X factor here, especially in that first half. The way that he started off that last half. Firing on all cylinders. Infinite was kind of the closing factor towards that tail end as well, so we're back to familiar territory here with Calyx firing away on all cylinders, having himself a really good game. And that is such a huge lifeline right there. Like I said, it looked like 60 early on was ready to eliminate. Was knocking some heads off, but there's a bit of a reply here.
All right, Vendetta, the group up. They can walk through the edges of those smokes, and Calyx can't see them. The utility is gonna be deployed. Nate goes in. He goes for the swing in front of 5 players, and the sight folds instantly.
Missed Molly. If Jules was able to throw that through the smoke on top of the site, maybe they had an easy path to retaking this one. They could have found even more damage, but I think they're not even going to be interested in this one. Just such a simple B rush, but a couple overextensions. And that's going to decide the round right there. Vendetta answer right on back. We get forced by wars to start our second half off of our decider on our elimination series here.
These teams just, it's just brawling, mauling from the very start. Once freeze time ends, there's a plan of action. And action it sure is. 10-8. It's an eco here for Strife. But of course they're gonna force all the way down. Oh, this is peak North American Counter-Strike, I'm telling you. It can't get much better than this.
Not at all. Absolutely electric so far. Forced by War is going to continue as well, of course. And immediately here looking to avoid some of the same problems they fell into last round here. They just made noise in this aggression though. Calyx this time, the star of the show in the last Force by, is bested early. Tinder looks to put an end to this, but They're going to continue to head his way. And look what they're walking into here. It's the A1S. And it's infinite. We know what he's capable of. We've already seen it.
He'll take some spam and back away. But the madness. 20 seconds into the round, they're already in T apartments.
It's being lined up here. Looked like a molly, but I think he just positioned himself to molly under balcony. Chop's just trying to sell this fake here. Meanwhile, he is completely vacant. It's a quick kill there from Joel's. But I don't think it's going to have too much influence on this round. They've already taken the site. Establishment on this B bomb site. Even towards market here, they've got themselves in position. Lock this round down. Silas can just cut off rotations in the meantime. Easy pickings there. Long range with the MP9. Sure, why not? But Vendetta still very likely to win this round. There's a kit and snakes. But that time is limited.
We are going to actually save here. It's not going to be a bloodbath. We will some logic go into this one. The guns will be held around. The guys at Strife will get their purchase up. But really just some, aggressive shot calling out of absolutely everyone right now. These rounds get decided within the span of 20 to 30 seconds. Realistically.
Yeah. That one actually was one of the longer rounds this half.
Yes. And even then, like, they just walked into an empty B site after getting the 4v5. So.
They're going for another investment here.
I mean,
not letting off the gas just yet. Had a little bit saved in the chamber there with all the saved guns there. Makes sense, but Vendetta looking very sharp. Chop right on the edge of that smoke. I imagine a flash is going to send him on through, but maybe he'll just phase it. Meanwhile, Strife have taken an early initiative towards this ramp side of things here.
Alex trying to find something.
What?
Chop?
He just sat inside the smoke and shot back at what?
Thermals on or something. I mean, I don't know. He put the glass scope on his AK for those Rainbow Six people out there. I don't really play a Rainbow Six, but I just know that there's a character in the game that can literally see through smokes.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that's great game, by the way.
Glad we don't have that, to be honest.
Yes,
but we do have Chop, so
yes,
it makes up for it.
I guess so. We're going to walk up towards the B site. We have Stamina inside of market. Infinite towards the van. If he pops his head up, you might be as good as dead. Gonna get mollied out of position, forced to transition. Infinite, no good on the spray. And the site cleaned up. Absolutely no guns held on. Everyone eradicated for Strife. Vendetta to 12.
It felt like Tinder had the highest vertical rate there. That guy was jumping so high. That's wild stuff. Flying through the sky right there. On his entry pathing. Vendetta overrun the bomb site once again. I think that Strife are caught in this real trap here. We know how important it is for Stamina to get on this AWP. He hasn't had it this half. He hasn't had that luxury. They've constantly been in these awkward purchases, and it's costly. And right now, it's very likely going to be 13 here locked in for Vendetta. It's not going to give them a lot of room for error once they finally do come in with those good purchases.
Vendetta are just all over this now. Strife have just turned to what it feels like individuals. You know, just swinging every angle. Just split up. Everyone go frag. See what happens. Infinite on his own here on the site. That's a great first shot. On to 60. Chiquinho waiting for backup. Oh, but not in time. Infinite with another. Can he make it a third? Infinite can! And then the strat works! Everyone splits up and Infinite finds a triple on his own.
Infinite's just done it again, man. We saw that same sort of round come through on their T side when things were going so very wrong for Strife. He just took the round in the palm of his hands, found himself a 4K. 3 with the deagle this occasion here. And he might be the reason. He might be that X factor here alongside Calix, who's been playing a hell of a game as to why they get the job done. Because now Stamina does have his up, but he's also around in the bonus here. Could have been staring down the barrel of 13-8. A very difficult scoreline to bounce back from, but right now they have 9 instead. And they're locking Vendetta out.
Require,
Again, much better purchase as well.
These rounds require Infinite just to smash heads. Is there anything else to that?
Not really, no. That's not... it hasn't been, right? He's just been so reliable. And again, Calix standing alongside him, but he has been caught off guard in a couple of these rounds. Infinite, not so much though. He's taken ramp control again. He's trying to find these fights. Meanwhile, Vendetta are up top of connector. Things could become a very interesting here. Jules has got himself positioned to deal with this. And this is the sort of angle he'll thrive from.
It's only him though. The spacing's good enough here for Vendetta. This should be a simple trade.
I have a deep jungle smoke for this. Someone should be lining that up.
On, hoping that the ramp players draw the attention. The spacing is no good. Jules, he collects his kill. Now repositioned out in the open. Trying to Hector though. Walks right into Tender. Unprepared Tender again. Oh no. Oh, is that good a spread? Oh, he's gonna aid and aid. And there's another molly, but he's still alive. Who's gonna chase him down? Well, Calix has just gotten Tender. Who's gonna plant the bomb? No one's planting a bomb, but the swing. Oh, poor Stamina. Didn't see a thing, but the nade can't quite touch down. The bomb goes down. Calix in a 1v2. An effort to smoke out the first player. Oh, the spam so close in a chop. He's 13 points of health. But is he waving the white flag?
No way. No way. He doesn't even want to attempt it here. I don't know how... if he knows how low they are right now. He's going to call it quits. What a round right there. Heartbreaking stuff. Again, Joel's doing so much there. Early defense. You can see Infinite finally get run over by a truck there towards the ramp as well. But that nade, it must have landed under the firebox. That's where it looked like it landed.
Because that looked dead on.
That was the difference between them winning the round right there and losing it. And he could have stopped the bomb. He could have isolated that last fight easily. Or just run away. But my god, what a heartbreaking round right there.
I mean, Strife still have a bye. There gotta be something to come through for this one. Chiquinho just spotting Infinite, but no flick. Mid control established again. But it's not all 5 players out. We're seeing a much slower round than we've seen in the previous. I mean, for good reason, because it's mostly just been Strife handing Vendetta all these duels. And it's been Vendetta who's been winning them for the most part.
Yeah, they do have so much firepower. Tinder's been continuing his performance. 60. Always a staple on Mirage, right? Everyone firing on all cylinders here to try and pull them across the line. Back to this top of connector presence here. Once again, this is very good space from Vendetta. They've had this in the rounds prior, and they've been able to utilize it. This time, Infinite caught on some aggression, hoping that they'll fall into Stamina's hands. It's a leg shot, but no kill confirmed. But that's just further information here for Vendetta, knowing that the opera's over towards B.
Calix just swung through middle and cleared that out. Now Snakes begins to aggress into that A ramp.
Con, though.
30 seconds in. Yeah, you're right. 60's in top con. He can bring in the backstab. He needs to get this kill first on Jules. The wide swing does not net the kill. The molly in towards jungle, though, doesn't stop Stamina. 15 seconds, and it's just Chiquinho. planting the bomb, praying no one's coming from spawn. He'll get the digits in, but that's the most he'll get. Strife to double 10. We play on.
Oh boy. Strife redeemed themselves in the very next round. Still a good bomb plant though. That's actually so impactful there from Chiquinho. Good stuff. Getting those numbers punched in. We saw Vendetta play a pretty conservative game when it comes to some of the investments, believe it or not. Because the play style that they go for, not conservative at all. They are taking all the liberties. And we'll go for a little bit. Chiquinho on Deagle. Same with Tinder here, a little bit of armor for him as well. Hoping that they can find some economic damage, but this should be relatively easy. This should be a round that comforts Strife in their efforts to come back into this one. But it should be. That's a big if.
Deagles. And some, oh my goodness, snakes. You have an AK. Your opponent has a Glock and literally nothing else. So, shot being bombarded by flashbangs. Try to keep him alive. In the meantime, Infinite locking down that B site. Snakes not moving a muscle.
Peek.
Yep. Nice. Joel's is actually going to swing it and try and bail him out. Joel's up on the balcony.
Go and chase him. It's a Glock. Come on.
Stop.
Go
Don't
get your
entice
eco.
them. You're a bad influence, Cole.
Silas doing the silent drop here.
Ooh.
Gotta learn that lineup. I'm a devious aim player. I love getting inside there, so that actually catches me off guard so many times.
Ooh. Up. He tried to finish the job. Snake survives. Do not move a muscle, folks. Do not move a muscle.
I don't know how he tanked another Glock shot, man. That gun is really bad.
Horrible, terrible, terrible weapon.
No
Buy a
doubt.
P250 every single time.
300 schmeckles for a P250. You can't afford not to.
Yeah. I mean, in the same vein, you can never not afford. God, double negatives really getting the better of me.
It's 1:30 a.m. for you, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Of course. But executing towards A, we're getting back to the pacey nature of this game here. They're going all out on this one, and they've nailed the timing on this because a lot of emphasis put towards mid early.
Snakes. Oh, he's certainly been spotted. Yeah, you're not going to survive that. Too many angles to deal with. And wall banged out. But still, tons of CTs in wait. But Calyx has to fall all the way back through. Now the retake effort does arrive. And Chiquinho! He just woke up. It's 7 a.m. for him. And he's loving life.
They're denying so many guns saved here. And they might deny even more. Calyx luckily holds on.
The hunt's on, though. Or at least it was. Called off. But Vendetta up to 14.
That's the problem, right? They need this sort of foundation here to start building up. And meanwhile, even if you land a couple of these kills, Strife are going to still have a purchase coming up in this next round. I think that's kind of known to them, so Vendetta's just going to call it off. They'll let them walk away with the prize that they have. And to be fair, that's a healthy prize here. Joel's on an AK, always scary with his headshot potential. Calyx playing very well right now on an AK as well. The rest of the roster able to reinvest behind this. But Vendetta, they have their chance to just deliver the killing blow here right now with this round.
All right. Towards middle. Stamina. Heading in through the ladder room. Towards that catwalk position. And once again, this top mid lurk gets isolated. Nade stacked, mollied. And a third nade is going to finish the job.
Giving them a taste of their own medicine, man. Strife were caught in a similar trap there. Heavy priority, but again, it's seemingly leading into a fast A play here right off the back of it. Very decisive here from Vendetta, but they're hesitating just a little bit. Stamina misses that shot, and that's going to allow them to scale him, but there's so many players ready in CT.
It's good molly, but Snakes will extinguish. 60 getting so close. The temptation to push the smoke, to swing the smokes. 60 a headshot. Tender the same. Stamina can't connect. Bomb to get planted, but Chop couldn't connect his shot. It's a 2v3. Jaquito struggling. Will be able to escape, but just barely. The nade. Trying to touch down, but Jaquito, he's putting it together. No matter how late in the day it is, or how early in the morning, he's gonna try and put this together. Tender runs through the smoke to finish the job. It's series point for Vendetta.
Jaquito lands 2 kills. He's been so silent for so long. And finally, those 2 frags, it's so similar to what he did on Inferno. When he was in the back of bomb site, his back was against the wall. He has 150 ping. It's late in the night, and he needs to land 3 kills to take him into overtime. Well, he's just broken the hearts once again here of Strife. In the very next map. And look at the purchase. This is what I mean. This is the killing blow I was talking about. It's going to be so lacking. FAMAS's, MP9's, Deagles. Only 1 A4 brought into the server right now.
Dude, I mean, Jaquito could be eating his cereal right now. I'm telling you. I don't know how long he's been awake for, but he might get maybe deserves a long nap after this one.
Yeah, get some sleep, get some rest, because you might have more games tomorrow.
Yep.
You gotta be right back at it again here. If you win one more round, it's only gonna be even tougher from this point on here. Silas, he seems ready for stamina. Look at this clear here. Stamina walking into the danger zone here, but still lands the frag. And if there's anyone to bail them out, it seems like it's always Stamina.
60 dangerous on the refrag attempt.
Look at this B stack.
Oh, it's gonna be a 3v3 on the B side, but this always favors the defense.
Ooh,
60
and
even
Stamina's
gets
able
cleaned
to
up.
deal with that.
Hold on, but just as we're talking, they're leaving the B site. Only now is Joel's coming back in rotation. He only has an MP9. It's only MP9s on the site. Calyx, will this boost get cleared? The answer's no. Jaquito, no good. Strife to 12.
Oh boy. Here we go. Now obviously there's going to be a save coming through here in this round, as that purchase would not be pretty. Though right now I think there is some room to discuss things, right? A lot of teams are talking about this. What do you do in this sort of situation? You full save here? You go for an investment in round number 29? Well, that will put you, if you lose it, on a really bad scenario. So some teams are willing to force it, go all 30 in a round like this. So I'm wondering what exactly is going to be the decision here from Vendetta.
It's actually a tactical timeout coming out from Strife. I mean, finally, they have a fire lit underneath them. You could have seen some of the struggles with the mental earlier on.
They're going for the force.
All right. But Strife seemed to have their wits about them. Vendetta opt in for the force buy. Win this round if you're Strife. You are back in it. And I mean,
window smoke.
The overtime is a possibility. A missed window smoke, sure, but it's all down to Infinite. All of a sudden, the whole series rests on his shoulders. They burst into the B site, and they run down 2 players. The end of the series coming up, unless a 3v5 retake is on the cards here for Strife.
This quickly crumbled right now. Infinite had no say in this one, but a boost above the smoke. That's 2 players known in market, but they don't know about Snakes just yet. Maybe he could strike from Catwalk.
Or not. 60, the swing, the headshot. That's a 2v4 now. And Tender swings in as well. It's just Stamina. First kill is his, yes, but now position noted. Switches out to the AK to try and get this job done. Silas, the jiggle peek, the spot. Stamina, he can't press forward. There's a gap in his own smoke. First shot's good. The time ticking, running too low. Tender's gonna finish the job. It's gonna be Vendetta. A long haul of a day for them, but they get it across the line.
It's out with a whimper as well. What a way to go out right there for Strife on a forced by B rush right there. They completely catch Infinite. And a guy who's been playing so perfect on that B bomb site. He was making such little mistakes right there. And finally they catch him with some good utility, some good flashes, and they just completely overwhelm him. That's a really good sign from Vendetta, man. Keeping their composure after what was a pretty rough nuke, right? They didn't have